Hello. Hello everyone, Kazurikodo here and welcome back to Path to Nowhere. Welcome Hera. Congratulations for being the first. Yes, so today we are going to continue the last part of the chapter 19. Is it 19? I forgot. The Thorny Roads to Dawn. Right. I don't think it's going to be long. Maybe. But I'm kind of expecting some huge I don't know, foreshadowing or something at the end. Like, come on, this main story. They have to build up something for like what to expect in the next year, you know, with this main story. By introducing so many new characters, of course, right? Okay, so for those people that maybe kind of miss the previous stream or maybe just join today, let me just sum it up what happened on the previous one. So Margaret was caught. She's a prisoner by the Farland Alliance. She's still trying to basically negotiate with the Farland Alliance, with their leader, but they just don't listen. I think at this point I would call the Farland Alliance just kind of delusional, like literally. We already give them a warning like more than 3 times about what Fraser trying to do, and they just don't believe it, right? On the other hand, Hypatia and Russ still like kind of what do you call it, at large. They're running away, and at the time Russ was kind of like heavily injured from the previous incident with the undergrounder in the Führer. To some point they basically have to fight with the Autumn Security Warrior, right? So naturally it is a bit too much for them at the time because it's their condition at the time is just not really that good. So they have to use or try to get into a tide of ashes, right? That's the one crazy idea. But Hypatia giving an idea that we should just get into tide of ashes so we can lose them in there because they don't dare to get inside the tide of ashes. I wouldn't call it backfired, but it's kind of backfired. Because the contamination inside the tide of ashes is actually really heavy, especially to Hypatia, which got a lot of illusion and everything, to the point that Russ has to save her, and presumably I think dead. Presumably, I don't think he died though. But presumably dead while like some, I don't know, some romantic music was playing yesterday. Just kind of like make people not really in the mood. It's supposed to be a sad scene at the time, but people just being horny. Yeah, basically that's what happened. So yeah, I think that's it. And oh yeah, right, Helga and what's the Autumn Security Warrior name, Sanya or something like that, was looking for Hypatia right now. Okay, so that's what happened to in the previous stream. So I think it's going to be like we are trying to save Margaret in this case. So yeah, only 4 stages left. Let's do this. Oh, level 78.
You want to keep your eyes on me for this dance.
The fact that they don't give us that song is just a crime. September 25, NF 115, 8 AM, Fraser Gold Palace. 4 hours until the Unity Gala begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all our viewers at home, welcome to the opening ceremony of the Unity Gala. This morning, from the magnificent Fraser Gold Palace, we launched 10 extraordinary days of celebration and diplomacy.
This looks like almost like a great expo.
Before us stands the Fraser Gold Palace, the longest standing and most opulent structure since the Nightfall. It is more than an architectural marvel. It is a lasting emblem of artistry, wealth, and influence. Through our cameras, you can see the distinguished representatives of this city and Fraser already seated, while delegations from the far lands proceed with dignified grace into Fraser City, each bearing tokens of goodwill and fellowship.
I'm gonna be honest, like the building in Fraser Cities actually looks better than the D-City one.
In the days ahead, leaders from across the lands will gather here to address the challenges left in the wake of the Ash campaign. And, alongside the festivities, the highly anticipated negotiations for a new peace framework will commence. My friends, this is more than a celebration. It is the dawn of a new era. Here, beneath this golden dome, power, wealth, and vision will forge a renewed consensus for our future.
Meanwhile, whoa. While Gold Palace Square brims with celebration, inside the festival venue, the host and staff work with quiet focus, conducting their final methodical checks.
Very well. Once again, honored delegates, kindly keep to the agenda. It will proceed in 3 parts: document review, sequential signing, and final Senate ratification. The essential rule...
I don't know why what the head is looks like. I don't like it. I'm not even surprised with it.
is that you must first signal the nearest staff member
welcome,
with
Reggie.
the designated request to speak gesture before addressing the assembly. No exceptions.
After explaining the procedure, he smiled and gestured for the present delegates to take a short break. As he strolls casually toward the shadows of the stage wings, his smile vanishes. His voice drops to a little whisper, the words firing out like bullets.
Does management have actual numbers? How many Farland delegations are confirmed? When will those Hicks be here? We're live across the network in 4 hours. If this hall looks half empty on camera, what am I supposed to say? That our peaceful celebration gala couldn't even have the seats filled?
I mean, like, some of the participant was being present. A staff member wearing a stage manager badge hurries after him and leans in, whispering a clip report. Opposition delayed. The city delegation broadcast rescheduled. PR contingency plan approved. With each point, the host's tense expression gradually eases.
Get our cheerleaders, the student volunteers, in here now. Full formal attire. Any empty section, seat them immediately. I want it to look like every seat is contested.
Instructions complete. His perfectly calibrated smile snaps back into place. He claps his hands once, sharp and clear, to summon the staff's attention.
All right, everyone. Let's move into our final full rehearsal. For the seamless, polished presentation our audience deserves, I need your complete focus and cooperation. Thank you.
9 a.m. Fraser Senate Council Chamber, 3 hours until the Unity Gala begins. Is it possible that Chief coming into the Unity Gala? I mean, Chief like got the outfit, so... Multiple screens display a curated tour of Fraser City for the assembled senators. The view glides from the celebratory crowds on Gold Palace Square to the soaring peak of the Sky Tower, before settling on a luxury hotel entrance. There, the Farland delegation board's decorated parade floats, their foreign attire conspicuous against Fraser backdrop, for a city tour preceding the formal meeting.
It appears all is proceeding smoothly. Even our distant cousins from the Farlands have found their designated places.
Why they remove the number? Didn't they like have number in front of their name before?
I do not celebrate at halftime, Valorian. Some, even in their absence, can leave surprises that unsettle the board. Nothing is settled until the final piece is placed. Can you feel it? How many eyes are upon us at this very moment?
His gaze travels to the far end of the table, settling on Marcus Drake. With deliberate calm, the iron-willed Fraser nobleman advances a chess piece. It lands in the center of the display, triggering the unfurling of a strategic map that illuminates Fraser, the Farlands, and the city in stark relief. If I'm not mistaken, Marcus is the one who sent the assassin, isn't he? At the beginning, you know, the one that we thought it was Russ. Our position has grown precarious in recent days. The unexpected reversal in the Ash campaign was a swift blow. Now, mourning for the casualty mysteriously appears at refuge facilities across the minor states, while rumors regarding the truth of BR005 spread like a contagion. Fraser City itself is restless. The deterrent of BR003 has emboldened the peace faction in the Senate, while several war-favoring nobles have seen suspicious financial movements, and not so coincidentally, all this began after that woman reappeared. Even now, anxiety is written across the faces of the Farland delegates attending the gala, in stark contrast to their usual demeanor. When the call to war loses its resonance, fear will fragment the alliance and threaten the very foundations of Fraser's economy. But it will not come to that. The Unity Gala begins shortly. All pieces are positioned. The trap is ready to spring. Marcus picks up 3 chess pieces and places them on the board. Oh, it's the leader. The Black Risk's intensification of natural disaster has further destabilized the Alliance politically, driving the Farlands to desperation for hypercubes. The Luminary Society scholars set a trap in furor, baiting their leader with false promises of the hypercube technology. After the Luminaries' envoys delivered the technology, they were killed by 2 assistants of DCT Ambassador Margaret, an act which orchestrated to forge a blood feud. The Farland leaders were so enraged that they escorted her back to Fraser as a murder suspect. Oh, so Margaret is now on the Fraser? As for those 2 assistants, he picks up 2 chess pieces and removes them from the board. Hypatia Campbell and the DCT spy codenamed Russ are already dead, unable to escape the Black Ring contamination in the Terror Zone. Once we retrieve their bodies, we can pin the entire blame for the BR005 incident on them. The final stage is simple. We will plant agitators at the venue to provoke the Farlanders. Their hatred, once ignited, will drive them to break through Fraser Guard and kill the DCT ambassador. This will spark a new war, while Fraser remains comfortably on the sidelines, reaping the benefits. I hear she's a sinner? Perfect timing to test the secret weapon from the underground Sophos. She's clever and cunning, a serpent that has always slipped through our grasp. We have never caught her in the act before. This time, we will. Marcus lifts the Sophos piece and slams it down, capturing the square occupied by her piece. Oh. Hey! We're fighting against Margaret. Oh, I'm doing on expert already. Okay, cool. Where's the... Okay, so that... How big is the Margaret? Okay, it's pretty big.
For the purest form of peace.
I'm not sure why I put it there. I should have put it in front with Margaret.
Breaking news! Overflow! Warning!
At least, whoa! Did Russ just hold Margaret on his... Wait! Oh crap, I cannot block this?
Enjoy the release! For the purest form of peace. Here comes the breaking news! For the purest form. Here comes the breaking news!
its whispers.
Ah, damn it. Russ, I need you to block him. God damn it.
I'll leave it to you. For the purest form.
Oh no, that fire thing is dangerous.
Listen to its whispers. Listen to its whispers.
I completely forgot about Margaret exclusive. Hi Orde, welcome. All is in alignment. This will be her end. Oh, is it possible that just now he just imagining Margaret die? That's why we kill Margaret. The other senators give silent nods of approval. The Unity Gala is about to begin. Everything will proceed as planned. Marcus puts away the chessboard. The peace dove is his prisoner now. He could end her here. Or, if they want to take this a step further, turning the knife back on this city. The Campbells aren't the only one who know how to play this game. (10 AM Fraser Hotel, 2 hours until the Unity Gala begins. As the gala opening draws near, the hotel housing the Farland delegation grows quiet. Ryle, who detests float parades, has lingered inside until the last possible moment. Just as he turns to summon his companion, he brushes shoulders with an attendant dressed in Fraser attire. With a suspicious look and hurried steps, the armed secretum attendant rushes off, oblivious to the note that has fallen from his uniform. Ryle's instinct, ever vigilant, flare. In the attendant's blind haze, he sees an opening. With a fluid motion, he stoops, snatches the paper and conceals it in his pocket. Only once he reaches a secluded corridor does he dare to unfold it. A line of deliberately distorted, encrypted text stares back, yet its meaning is unmistakable. Mr. Jabara, your trade manifest has been delivered. Please come to room X2 alone for the handover. And be careful, do not let Fraser or the Alliance discover this. Room X2 is a Spartan staff quarters, dominated by a blazing fireplace. A stocky figure crouches before it, muttering as he deliberates over which pages from a stack of documents to fit into the hungry flames. I've decided to burn them. Feels like such a waste though. Could have used this to squeeze a better deal later. But that person was right. They will search everyone at the gate. Can't leave them here in the hotel either. I'm not traitor. Business is business. A man's gotta be flexible. As he fits the documents to the flames, the door crashes open behind him.
Fucking you! What in the hell are you doing?
Ryle storms into the room, snatches the documents from Jabara's hands, and holds them to the firelight. Hypercube smuggling routes with Nirvana, stock manipulation, rigging food prices, unjust profit distribution, page after page, the details coalesce into a single truth. Only the middleman wins, raking in obscene wealth without a shred of risk. His breath hitches, then turns to Rack, panting. With a surge of fury, he hurls the paper aside, seizes Jabara by the collar, and hauls him violently to his feet.
You slimy bastard! You fucking played us! We had a deal! Farland resources stay with our people! So what's this cooperation with Nirvana? When the fuck did you start dealing with this city again?
Wait, let me explain. These are old, I swear. Nothing since that day. My dealings with this city ended then, I promise.
Jabra shoved the remaining documents behind his back, his movement frantic.
I don't believe you. I fucking don't! Hand them over!
Hey, don't. Those are my livelihood.
After a brief struggle, Ryle wrenches the remaining documents free. One glance is enough, and blind fury takes over. His hand snaps to his waist.
I'm gonna put a bullet in your head!
The Yokna. A dull thud sounds behind Ryle's head. His body sways, then he crumbles to the floor. Only Jabra remains, slumped against the fireplace with a face frozen in terror. Oh, is what was her name? Sania? From the shadows, an armed secretum warrior steps forward and collects the scattered documents. So are they find Hypatia with Helga?
You're...
Or Saina? Saina's knuckles whiten, the paper crumbling in her grasp as each documented corruption fuels her fury. The details are explicit, damning and infuriating. Oh, is she gonna change side now? Yet with a final shuddering breath, she squeezes her eyes shut, wrestles her rage into submission, and forces herself to speak. Really? All this time? Every time about this woman is just gonna be like angry here, angry there, and now with this person, suddenly now she can hold her rage?
What else is there? This isn't everything, is it? Hand it all over. Now.
May peace guide your path.
I wish you have that type of restraint when you're dealing with Hypatia and Russ. What the hell? Hi Tapo, welcome.
Keep up! Don't fall behind!
I think like that Helga slap is indeed changed her. This is the delegation waiting room. 1 hour until the Unity Gala begins. Wow. I mean like, for a prison this looks very nice. Inside the room, every piece of anti-mania equipment hums at maximum output. Armed secretum guards line the walls, their vigilant eyes fixed on the woman in the white hat seated at the room center. Unfazed, she reclines in a custom chair, fanning herself with an air of utter leisure.
How are you feeling, Miss Margaret?
After a full day in a Farland prison transport, then brought straight here and held until now, how do you imagine I feel?
She tucks a straight strand of blonde hair behind her ear, the simple gesture underscored by a wary note in her otherwise composed voice.
I am, of course, fully prepared to be your Gala's sacrificial lamb.
The air in the room seems to solidify. A slow, knowing smile spreads across Marco's lips.
Indeed. You are of great significance to today's proceedings.
Helga's slam is so strong that it changed Saina's entire character.
In your decade here in Frasier, you've woven connections, cultivated friendships, and infiltrated every circle. Even our Senate is threaded with your influence. Within our carefully constructed narrative, you, Dicity's so-called peace dove, have thrived. Your performance during the Ash campaign was particularly remarkable. You were the first to find the youngest Campbell daughter, the first to see her value. You extracted Aurum Secretum technical intelligence, breached our information blockade, and delivered it to Dicity, undoing years of strategic planning. I could overlook past surprises, but even now, under constant watch, you've somehow reached the Farland leadership and shaken their loyalty. Was securing the victory pact not enough? Must you destroy the very foundation of our alliance?
Grandma Slam is deadly, you know. Hey, welcome, Vesper.
If you hadn't trusted that Campbell girl so completely, if you hadn't drawn her into your operations, the roles might be reversed today. What a waste. She held only marginal research value, yet you gave her all your faith and risked everything to protect her.
Hypatia Campbell is a generational talent. To dismiss her as having marginal research value is absurd. I protected her because I cared for her. It was my choice. And you? Now that you have me, what revenge do you intend?
It's regrettable. You possess noble lineage, rare talent, and a genuine desire for peace. To see someone like you driven to such a corner, it pains us. I know how you've been sidelined in this city, kept from the inner circle, denied policy support, betrayed repeatedly by Nirvana. Unpleasant, isn't it? And with the war favoring discord rising, your footing will grow even more precarious. This is your last opportunity, Margaret.
Oh.
Join Fraser. The Senate values you. You'll have greater freedom to pursue your ideals. Besides, we both know your ties to this city are not so deep. After all these years, you've integrated into Fraser's culture. I believe you've come to love this land and its rich heritage. Peace transcends allegiance, but only by removing this city's threat can you truly embrace your ideals.
Rich heritage? Fraser does have a rich heritage. But I wonder how much of it was built upon the plundered blood and sweat of the Farlands and your colonial satellite towns. I love peace. True peace. Where people lay down arms, join hands, and move forward together. Not the counterfeit peace of the privileged built upon trampled flesh and bones. In that regard, Fraser cannot offer what I seek. I must respectfully decline.
Margaret taps her cheek with the tip of her fan, offering a definitive refusal. As a city, she'll love this update. Marcus never truly expected to persuade her. In fact, her refusal is essential. Without it, the grand spectacle he has planned would have no conflict. He lets his facade of warmth dissolve, revealing the cold ambition beneath.
Do you truly believe you can turn the tables? As you have with your silver tongue so many times before. What is your plan? Expose BR-003. Reveal the so-called Fraser lies. Or return home and force Nirvana to concede more benefits to bribe those gullible souls outside.
He methodically outlines every strategy Margaret might attempt, having already sealed off each path long before she could take a single step.
Wake up. It's futile. You know how long we have cultivated this. To the Farlanders, Fraser is not just an ally against common enemies. We are the hand that relieves their suffering. The only god who answers their desperate prayers. You, an outsider, a Dissian, think you can shake a century-old alliance? Like an ant trying to topple a mountain.
Just then, the host's countdown echoes from behind the heavy curtain. Marcus turns, lifting a corner of the velvet drape with one finger. His view from backstage takes in the circular hall, now packed with Farland representatives. Among them, his carefully placed agitators wait. But he may not even need them. A raw, palpable hatred already burns in the eyes of the crowd, countless gazes fixed on the empty platform where the DCT representative will stand. So you're saying Margaret in here alone? This is like crazy things, what the hell? Marcus smiles. This is exactly the audience he wanted.
Well, the hypocritical peace dove of this city, struck down by vengeful Farlanders, oppressors slain by freedom fighters, the resistance reignited, Conflict burning eternal. Not a bad contribution from you to this gala.
12 p.m. top of Fraser Gold Palace. The Unity Gala officially begins. Whoa. Above Gold Palace Square, birds take flight as parade floats and fireworks erupt in unison. Well, it sounds like an explosion. Can I just use like different sound effect? A torrent of ribbons and petals falls like rain, washing the sky in flowing gold and purple. At the peak of the Gold Palace, heavy curtains part to the swell of ceremonial music. The Fraser senators appear as the event host, and standing alongside them is the peace ambassador from this city, Margaret Carvos. She stands apart, isolated like a defendant in a dock. This is basically like Margaret versus everyone. At her appearance, a low murmur of unrest begins to ripple through the Farland representative. An armed secretum warrior shouldered through the crowd, her eyes burning with a hatred so palpable it seems to scorch the air. Her left leg, mangled by armed secretum, drags with a heavy, unnatural gait as she advances. An armed secretum blade is gripped in her white-knuckled hand, sparking against the floor with every step. Marcus raises a hand, halting the guards who move to intercept. He watches Sinas approach with cold fascination, the ghost of a smile touching his lips. Sina takes her place at the front of the crowd. Her gaze sweeps past Margaret, fixing instead on the Fraser senator at the center of the platform. Slowly, deliberately, she raises her armed secretum blade, leveling its tip at their elegantly dressed rank. Oh, she changed side already?
It was always you, behind all the suffering in the Farlands. It was always you! Go to hell, you Fraser bastards!
Whoa! Did she just change side that easily? The raw fury in her cry sends a chill through her Fraser nobles. They had expected a warrior consumed by blind rage to execute Margaret before the crowd, not to turn the blade on Fraser itself.
What? How dare you?
Events erupt. Sina launches forward like a loose arrow. The guards originally ordered to permit the attack now scramble to intercept, but it's too late. Oh, is he finally gonna kill someone? She drives her heel into a guard chest, catapulting him backward onto the signing table. Ceremonial vessels shatter, documents scatter. The whole plunges into instant chaos. But isn't it better to just like, I don't know, reveal the secret to everybody? You know, because if you just attack on your own and then you got stopped, then the truth will not come out. But you can just give like, I don't know, a testimony or something. Then the whole Farland alliance will change side. Helga Beach Lab was a real eye-opener. She should be an ambassador of peace instead. Imagine me slapping people every day, a dream job. The orderly conference hall fractures into a battlefield. Sina drives forward against the tide of bodies, slow, relentless, propelled by a desperate will as she claws her way toward the platform where the senators stay. Amid the turmoil, Margaret remains serenely seated. She unfolds her fan with a practiced grace, letting it shield the subtle curve of her lips. Oh, she smiles. Whoa! Now she's the one who looks like a villain. Her eyes meet Marcus across the chaos, holding his look of shock and fury, and then, very deliberately, she smiles.
I need not lift a finger now. Everything that needed to be done was already arranged.
Yeah.
Shall we watch the spectacle unfold together?
The moment her words fade, Sina's blade splits the wooden podium in two. Splinters explode into the air, and with them, Marcus' carefully constructed script is destroyed. At this point, I don't even know who's the villain. Margaret is really good.
An elite squad.
If they want to make it the villain, it's gonna be a good one.
Standard bureau procedure, I take it.
From a very young age, I traveled with my father across the Farlands, far beyond the borders of this city. I saw all kinds of people, cultures, and rhythms of life, unlike anything at home. Like stars of every color scattered across the earth, each shining with its own light. Some fought simply to survive. Some worked to preserve what they had. Some longed for change, while others prayed only for peace. Even amid catastrophes and recurring sorrow, they have never stopped speaking. In 1,000 tongues from 1,000 soils, each carrying their own weight, each holding their own fragile, stubborn dream.
Lina steps onto the wreckage of the podium and seizes the fallen loudspeaker. Her voice, hoarse but firm, cuts through the chaos to fill every hole of Fraser Gold Palace. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
I know it all. You conspired with Jabara and his kind to bleed the Farlands dry. Fraser sells hypercubes to us at several times this city's price. Of course we can't afford them. You hoard supplies, gouge prices, and make this city and the Farlands pay in blood. It's not just hypercubes. Fraser's ledgers show steel, grain, and even people. You're all fucking monsters!
The ledger lands with a soft thud at an elderly representative's feet. After a moment of hesitation, he picks it up. A few quick page turns drain the color from his face. Alarmed glances shoot across the delegation's seats, and a ripple of suppressed murmurs begins to build.
This ledger only goes back 5 years.
Pity and Twitter is going to have a heart attack.
Talk! When did it start?
We were just trying to survive. Isn't everyone the same?
Cut all that crap!
The murmurs swell into an angry roar in an instant. Saina seizes the Jabara by the collar and hurls his obese frame aside like a trash bag. He's obese, I just realized that. A flash of her blade slashes open his coat, spilling hidden luxury silk and gem-studded rings, their obscene opulence glinting under the light.
Look at the starving, freezing people of the Farlands. Look them in the eye! Do you dare say you're the same as them?
So it's basically corrupt. The city is right again, awards are falling from the sky like rain.
Differences inevitably lead to discord. In a world of widespread catastrophes and scarce resources,
Fraser is fucked up,
everyone
like literally.
must fight fiercely for what they desire. Friction and conflict, they're unavoidable.
I mean, Fraser probably have some influence with the underground anyway, so...
Yet I have always been good at coordination. I prefer elegant, gentle methods, finding common ground among divergent wants, weaving mutual happiness from seemingly opposing needs. Wherever I go, I plant seeds of peace. I love peace of that kind. Graceful, deliberate. But alas, the moment the gardener turns her back, those carefully tended shoots are trampled by careless feet, uprooted entirely by short-sighted hands.
The hall ignites. Farland delegates surge to their feet, their eyes burning with the fire of betrayal as a wave of collective fury crosses through the assembly.
You are... Saina.
Oh, that's how pronounced.
Such insolence. Have you
Saina.
forgotten who gave you Aurum Secretum? Who granted you power and dignity? And who made you suffer in the first place?
You are the one who made her suffer.
We gave you the chance for vengeance against this city. And now you turn on us like their loyal
No, you are
hound.
using her. He snarls, thrusting a finger toward Margaret in a desperate bid to redirect Saina's fury. But Saina doesn't so much as glance aside. Her fists clench until her nails bite deep into her own palms.
I still hate this city.
No. But
That doesn't make you the righteous ones.
Sena clenches her teeth and takes a running step forward.
You've been lying to us. Using our pain, our rage. You and the society are no different. My brothers and sisters who died for the Ash campaign, they believed your lies until their last breath. And you still expect us to bleed for you? Listen, it's not this city I hate. I hate every monster who preys on the farmlands. And that includes you! It's time to answer for what you've done. Get down here and bring those society snakes with you!
Get down here. A voice in the crowd takes up the cry and the foreign delegation ignites. They surge forward, a wave of furious shouts, and the situation fractures in seconds. Wow, talk about like a peace meeting. The venue guard finally snaps into action, weapons drawn against the civilians protesting in fury. It's the wrong move. Enraged, the Farlanders seize anything at hand, chairs, candelabras, daggers drawn from hidden sheaths, and the whole erupts into open combat. Meanwhile, from her place in the defendant seat, Margaret watches the chaos unfold below, a farce of history replaying exactly as she has seen it before.
They fan hatred and stoke the flames of war. Those in power never feel the sting when others bleed. They care nothing for justice or vengeance, only how conflict can be turned into more wealth, more power. Even in their greed, these short-sighted fools never learn more elegant, harmonious methods. They always return to the crudest means, spending the lives of others like cheap currency. Myopic, insatiable. And in the end, even their own gains turn to dust.
This city hoarded their hypercubes while Calamity destroyed our home. Fraser talks about humanism, but all they've done is turn us into lab rats for Aurum Secretum, giving us nothing but ruin.
So naive, Sibylla. Did you really think they'd help? This city doesn't care. They don't understand our suffering. They can't even imagine it.
You get to live in luxury by sucking us dry. And you have the nerve to talk to me about what's right?
They never learn respect. They never learn reflection. History simply repeats, over and over again, unchanged.
And everyone was sick. The city embassy in Fraser.
That's impossible! I designed this great expo myself. I've spoken with every alliance leader. I know their concerns. Draven has stepped down and the Farlands need time to heal. We drafted a 5-year framework for mutual benefit. Breaking it now serves no one's interests. And besides, this is a black ring we're talking about. Who would benefit from worsening catastrophes? The Farlands haven't even mastered large-scale mania defense. I was here on the ground. There was no celebration, only panic. The people here didn't even understand what's happening. The observatory tragedy was a setup. Someone is deliberately sabotaging this. Don't let anger blind you. Send Blackett. She can uncover the truth. Don't rush into war. Don't...
Wait, who's Blackhead? Anyone remember who's Blackhead? A black ring appeared at the Navigator Observatory. The Great Expo was terminated. The Outland War reignited, lasting 1 year with affected regions. Langley.
Even
Oh, wait, her name is Blank?
Had to suffer for your folly.
I didn't know that. God damn. Even my most principled friend had to suffer. Oh, why did I read her?
It's always the same. always. No matter how strong the foundation I lay, once it's in your hands, you tear it down.
A sharp metallic clang rings out as Seyna's blade intercepts a guard strike meant for a civilian, but there are too many targets, too few of her. Dozens of meters away, another scream pierces the air.
You dare attack civilians! I'll kill you!
Finally, Fraser showing their true nature, aren't they? The Aurum Secretum howls through her veins as blood spills from her wounds. Every cut feels like a fresh brand of fire, but she can't reach them all. She is still not fast enough. All the combat skills she has honed to kill Disians now fail her. They cannot outrun the slaughter carried out by her own people, cannot protect the civilians who had always stood behind her. Just then, a sniper shot cracks from behind. The attacking Aurum Secretum guard's head erupts, spraying contaminated matter across the ground. The body jerks once, twice, then slumps into the mud. Seyna spins toward the source of the shot. High above, framed against a pillar, Helga's silhouette remains steady in her sniper perch. She raises her head in a clear, distant signal of support. Oh, why this grandma is so cool! Wait, what? No? Then, with calm precision, she shifts her aim. The rifle scope settling on the woman seated center stage. What? Why? Is it what you wanted, Margaret Carfos? What have you done? What in the hell are you playing at? The woman sits perfectly composed, her eyes lift, meeting Helga's gaze unflinchingly through the scope. Amidst the surrounding chaos, only her smile remains enigmatic and undisturbed. If you think about it, actually the plan for Margaret is actually pretty crazy, because it's technically kind of like has civilian casualty in a sense. And I doubt that Margaret doesn't predict that.
Are you curious what I'm thinking, Miss Helga?
And she still can smile, so this is a psycho in her own way.
What I'm thinking of, naturally, is nothing but peace.
And you really, if you think about it, it's not a really clean plan too.
Jabara is a pure pragmatist, sworn to profit, not to any flag. All it took was a few whispers through Fraser's business circles. Rumors that this city was gaining ground while Fraser retreated. And he eagerly came to me, looking for an exit. Rael, by contrast, sees only in absolutes. Hot-blooded, impulsive. He dismisses anything from this city as a lie and has sworn to expose every conspiracy. How adorable. With just a little guidance, I can shape that righteous suspicion into something useful. His words carry far more weight with the masses than mine ever could.
Oh, so it's possible that the paper that was dropped by the Fraser attendant was part of the plan. Then it was on purpose.
As for the bewildered Yokna and her people, they'll believe anything. Deep down, everyone craves a clear answer. Someone to point the way, to tell them which path is true. And all of this was made possible by my lovely little canary, set free.
Hypa.
She never needed to win their favor or extract promises. Hypatia simply has to be herself, and everyone who speaks with her lays their hearts bare. That is something I never do.
Tisians are cunning as foxes. Of course it's possible.
The Farlands lack everything. Technology, resources, skilled hands.
I would only ask that when your journey concludes, you must convey my humble regards to Mr.
Oh crap, everything now makes sense. Cool.
Only someone as sincere, as utterly devoted as you, could hold such power. Thank you for opening their hearts to me, for letting me see what everyone truly desires.
And Helga, who sees Fraser's plot clearly but remains powerless to stop it, even Sena and her fellow armed secretum warriors. Through the bird communicator accompanying Hypatia, she has watched from Fraser as if she were there, understanding every move in the Farlands as it unfolds. Oh, that's genius!
Tell me, what should I do?
But it's kinda cruel taking advantage of Hypatia.
Please, don't keep hiding from me, Miss Margaret. Mr. Russ, I'd be content just walking behind you. Please, even if all I can see is your back, even if I'm only following your shadow.
As the chaos continues, teetering on the edge of escalation, Margaret sits perfectly still. She's waiting for that moment. Now, let Fraser must fall completely. Let the people of the Foreign Alliance see the hypocrisy of their so-called shield. Let them realize these high and mighty nobles have never walked the same road. Only when illusions shatter can reality be seen. Only when they face the harsh truth and lay down their hatred will they see the true path and the hand that's been waiting to guide them. I will extend that hand. The moment is almost here.
This is absolute madness! Guards! The society! Where are those underground sophists? Do something! Apprehend these riotous lunatics!
Oh, now they are dare to use underground in public. Amid the scream, shadowy underground puppets emerge from below. Weapons originally meant for Margaret now turning on the Farland crowd. They add funds and the massacre begins. The perfect moment hasn't come, but she can no longer watch.
This has gone far enough. You still haven't learned when to stop.
Oh, she's gonna use her power. Margaret rises and walks toward the crowd. The guards meant to watch her are now lost in the chaos. No one remains to stop her.
When the weak cannot decide their own fate, and chaos only breeds more tragedy, someone must step forward to build bridges, to find a way through the deadlock. To find that solution, I am willing to use any means, and bear every consequence.
Whether exploiting human weakness or wielding Mania's power, a dove of peace does not obsess over keeping its feathers white. It only cares that peace will prevail at journey's end.
Listen to what everyone truly desires, then do everything in my power to fulfill it. When conflicts arise, I find ways to harmonize opposing needs. A world where every wish and want can be reasonably met. Isn't that the very meaning of peace? And that is precisely why I find your actions so intolerable. You use the crudest, most repulsive methods, not only destroying the peace I have built, but crushing the last hope of those who came to you for aid. You noble men of Fraser, you hold yourselves above, yet wallow in incomprehensible stupidity.
Oh, we're getting a CG.
If you do not understand what peace is, then I
Whoa,
will be
this
the
is so
one to
pretty.
teach you. It is necessary compromise, anchored by conviction. It is occasional passion, tempered by reason. It is honesty preserved, cooperation honored, conscience upheld. It is extending a hand despite opposition, choosing dialogue even when the path is difficult.
Good for what? No, that was so quick.
I'm sorry. Is the concept too difficult to grasp? Do not worry. Simply heed my guidance, and I will lead you toward true harmony and unity.
I don't know, sometimes she's an angel, sometimes she's the devil. Don't even know. S-class mania erupts from her, instantly silencing the chaotic hall. Above, countless white doves materialize, scattering across Fraser City like a promise, each one a vessel of her will.
Bid farewell to your underground friends. A peaceful world has no place for their interference.
Oh, there's one behind. Oh no, it's gonna block there. I'm gonna handle it here, here. Hey. Seriously? This is the route of this one. This is so weird. And no one going there, right? I'm gonna push in here then, because I don't think anyone gonna be.
Listen, for the purest form of peace.
Ah, never mind.
Here comes breaking news!
I wish the piece of them can be moved, like seriously. It's pretty troublesome. I think that's the part that I don't really like about the piece of no, not the piece of the piece sculpture.
For the purest form of peace.
Here comes the breaking news!
Maybe on bosses it probably not gonna affect because the boss doesn't really move. But on this kind of situation I have to keep moving around.
Enjoy the release! Enjoy the release!
Why did I use it
Here comes the breaking news!
to block it? Oh crap.
Overflow! Warning!
Shin.
Listen to its whispers.
For the purest form of peace.
Overflow! Warning!
For the purest form of peace.
Enjoy the release!
Ah, god damn it, what the hell is that?
Here comes the breaking news!
Hold still, my friend.
The battle OST is based on Amazing Grace. Is it? Is it like a famous soundtrack? Only moments before, the foreign representative and Fraser guards had been locked in brutal combat. Now, they lie scattered across the floor, weapons slipping from slack fingers to clatter against the ground. Conspicuous but paralyzed, they stare up in pure terror at the one figure still standing among them.
Oh dear, I let my true nature slip and lost my temper. That's hardly becoming.
At that moment, Marcus lets out a low, hoarse laugh. He leans heavily against the splintered podium, face bloodless, and raises his head in one final cold act of defiance.
You think you won? How arrogant. This is the Farlands. No one will believe you. No one trusts a Odyssean.
They just did though.
You're right, of course. My smile strategy won't be nearly as effective now. Once a peace envoy shows her fangs, trust becomes difficult to regain.
Margaret gaze move across the fallen, their expression a mix of anguish and hate. Before stopping on Sena, even on one knee, braced by her sword, Sena's eyes meet hers, defiant and unbroken.
And yet, all I ever wanted was to help everyone find peaceful solutions.
What could Odyssean like you possibly understand?
Yes, Odyssean speaking of the Farland's suffering is indeed laughable. But if you refuse even the person willing to listen and help, what change can you truly expect? Tell me, will endless fighting, quarreling, killing, will any of that end your pain? Bring the happiness you seek?
Sena doesn't answer, instead turning her head away with bitter resentment.
My words mean nothing to you, I understand. So?
Oh, Hypa? She lifts her head, her gaze sweeps over the shattered battlefield, past faces etched with hatred, greed, or confusion, then down the long corridor toward the palace entrance. Oh.
My little bird should be returning any moment now.
Oh. With an elegant gesture, she beckons a snow-white dove in through the window. It alights on her fingers, nuzzles her temple, then bursts into flight, a streak of light arcing across the sky. All eyes are irresistibly drawn to the white silhouette. It glides over the chaotic palace, down the long corridor, and lands, silent and certain, upon the shoulder of a young girl in the distance.
That's
Hypa is back! Hypa is safe!
Sight. So many broken legs.
I think she's really gonna be like the ambassador for Fraser at this point. Oh, is it a final boss already?
A good weapon is a battle-seasoned weapon. No?
Hypatia gonna lordom. A frail silhouette emerges at the corridor's end. She looks as if she has clawed her way out of the deepest catastrophe zone. Viscous black contamination clings to her, invading every surface of her skin and clothes. She clutches Jack contamination crystal to her chest. They have pierced straight through her flesh, hands, arms, shoulders, yet she will not let go, staggering forward step by labored step. Her movement is so slow that it feels intentional, almost ceremonial. Yeah, that's for dramatic effect, you know. Not a soul move, a silence colder than the grave descends. Every witness paralyzed by the sight of her and the sinister glow she carries. so she's out of farming at the moment. Who is she? What is she carrying? Oh, did you bring something? A weapon of mass destruction or a treasure beyond value?
Campbell girl. How is this possible?
Sena recognized the girl. She and Helga had scoured the edge of the catastrophe tear zone for Hypatia, finally concluding she was lost. Yet, here she stands, covered in contamination. Sena struggles upright and steps forward, only to be driven back by the palpable force of contamination emanating from Hypatia.
What are you?
Hypatia doesn't respond. Her eyes are hollow, unseeing. She has no strength left to fight the contamination, no voice left to warn or explain. Still, she walks, one laborious step at a time. As she passes by, Sena sees it. Nestled within the corrupted mass in the young girl's hands, beautiful crystalline blue fragment pulsed with a faint, ethereal light. Did she find a hypercube?
She's holding hypercubes.
Is it in the center of the tear zone? The one that she saw? A wave of shock whisper sweeps through the Fraser nobility. Marcus stares at Margaret, stunned, but she merely fends herself, her smile unchanged, as if all of this is proceeding exactly as she intended.
Under the torture of catastrophes, what the Farland people want most is simply to survive. And now, Hypatia has brought them that hope. How unfortunate, Senator Marcus, that it was Hypatia Campbell, whom you dismissed, who achieved this miracle.
So, this was your game all along. Everything, from the very beginning, all of it for this!
The BR-005 Fane, missing since the Ash campaign. If it had been found by this city woman. Watching the Farlanders display expression of fanatical devotion, almost all Fraser leaders share the same thought. The D-City woman's scheme must end here.
Guards! Stop Hypatia Campbell! Do not let her advance! Seize what
The
she
hell?
carries! Kill her if you must!
Marcus lurches to his feet and smashes the call button with furious desperation, bellowing his command.
Do not let her give it to Corvus! Let the Dissian have it! Kill her!
No, we have Helga. We have Helga with sniper. Inside the Luminary Society laboratory, Marcus' frantic voice crackles through the communicator. A woman in a white lab coat slowly looks up. her eyes on the live feed of the chaos, and speaks to the microphone with perfect calm.
Then, time to deploy the weapon of the sophist.
Oh? They're really rotten to the core, you know. Whoa! That is really cool design. Like, I don't know, like Garuda from Final Fantasy XIV. Inside the Sky Tower revenue, a low, resonant hum suddenly rises from deep beneath, vibrating through the floor. Before anyone can react, an immense cyan bird appears behind the structure, wings spread wide enough to blot out the sun. A fast, suffocating shadow falls over the gathered crowd. Its feathers gleam with an artificial gem-like luster, and its form, though elegant in shape, radiates a profound wrongness. Slowly, its eyeless face rotates at the tower's apex, then locks onto its target with unnerving mechanical precision. Whoa. Another piercing shriek tears through the air as the giant bird plummets, targeting Hypatia at the crowd center. Sensing the danger, the armed secretum within her body surges into action, creating a resonating defensive barrier around her. But her resistance proved far too weak. The artificial bird barely slows before driving onward. The giant bird lets out a piercing shriek as the powerful impact from a sniper round staggers its massive form. Nice one, Helga! The second shot tears through its wing, spraying not blood but a shower of glimmering arm secretum-like crystals. The third shot struck the giant bird's face with precise force. Though it doesn't fully penetrate, the impact fractures the surface like glass. With a shriek of agony, the creature staggers back, its wings now useless and grounded. Head snaps toward the gunfire. Helga is braced on the crumbling platform, fighting Margaret's psychic pressure just to keep her rifle steady. The wind tears at her silver hair as she stands amid the gun smoke, her sharp gaze sweeping across every Farlander below.
People of the Farlands, are you really so helpless that you need a little girl to risk her life for you? Go fight it!
Fraser trying to steal the hypercubes. Fraser wants her dead. Protect her. Protect her.
If Fraser doesn't want her, then the Farlands will!
Yay! Hypatia gonna be like the voice of Farland from now on. Shouts rise from the crowd. Even under Margaret's psychic hold, the people of the Farlands surge forward, ignoring contamination to shield Hypatia with their bodies. She's brought Hypercube. It's Hypercube! Battered and bloody, the armed secretum warrior plants herself before Hypatia. Oh! I love this! Armed secretum markings now cover her skin like living scripture. Her burning gaze fixed on the approaching guards. She is now a wrathful deity ready to break upon them.
Bastards! You wanna hurt her? You go through me first!
Some hurl stones with desperate strength, others raise broken arm prosthetic as shield, and the boldest charge the giant bird to disrupt this path. Their attacks scarcely mark its hardened feathers, yet not a single person flinches. Margaret watches, a faint smile touching her lips. With a soft snap, she closes her fan and releases the psychic hold over the crowd.
That's more like it. If one must fight, let it be for a cause like this.
That is huge. It's not like a tree now. Oh, what is this? It is like a safe spot later. Russ! You ain't gonna miss any battle. Protect Hypatia! Put Hypatia here. Okay. Don't worry, Hypatia have Mommy Shin protecting her. Oh, this one is actually real. Oh, crap! What the hell? Who they are targeting?
Listen to its whispers.
Huh? I didn't notice that. What?
purest form of peace.
Here comes the breaking overflow.
Hold still, my friend.
It's always targeting Shin though for some reason. Shin. Yeah, it's always I think there's some attack that targeting the furthest. Oh crap! Oh crap! I didn't see. Wait! I want to see. Where is it? I need to move. Yeah.
Why?
I need to slow down. I need to slow down. I need to slow it down. So it's gonna take a while, I guess. Because the indicator is not very clear. It's green.
Listen to its whisper.
Overflow. Warning.
Woo! Oh, I think I have to place them different place. I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna put Bianca here. I'm gonna put there's no. Oh, Bianca can attack from there. That can. Okay. Shin here.
For the purest form.
Here comes the breaking news.
Oh crap! Switch place.
Listen to
Overflow.
Hold still, my friend.
Woo! Nice.
Enjoy the overflow. Warning. Here comes the breaking news.
Ooh, LL.
For the purest form of peace.
listen to
Where's the core break, mate? Come on, show me.
Enjoy the release.
What is this? Why Zero have that thing? Oh damn! I forgot to put Bianca in front of her. What is going on? Is it just an AoE? I forgot to put Bianca in front of.
I will return from the abyss.
The fuck is going on? Seriously. Okay. I forgot to put Bianca there. I'm gonna put Zero there. Okay, cool. Okay, one more. If I still die, I'm gonna go Augustus. I'm gonna go full Augustus over this. I'm not sure what this is for. I forgot the effect of the what do you call it?
To its whispers.
For the purest form.
Here comes the
Finally, an end that is truly my own.
I think it's time to change to August. I didn't notice that at all.
overflow. Warning.
Hey, but the damage is higher though. I think because I changed to.
Enjoy the release.
Come on. But Zero tanking is very squishy.
Overflow. Warning.
Listen
For the purest form.
Here comes the breaking news.
I don't want Zero to tanking.
Enjoy the release. Overflow. Warning. Overflow. Warning.
Crap! I'm losing Russ too early.
Listen to its whispers.
For the purest form.
Here comes the breaking news. Overflow. Warning.
I will return from the abyss.
After all. To end.
This attack is it an AoE just random?
As long as we are
I'm
speaking.
curious. Now I have to read the thing. Hey, where I'm going here?
Well. Seems my target of the...
Okay, time to read. Immune to control. The first two normal attack hits delay with damage. The third hit is a ranged normal attack that deals damage to the farthest enemy and inflict a bleed effect lasting several seconds. Okay, so that's why it's targeting Shin, which is fine. Target the enemy with the highest attack, dealing damage and preventing them from recovering energy for several seconds. Well, Augustus don't need energy, so target the enemy with the highest attack, dealing damage and preventing them from recovering energy. Select two enemy and mark them with vertical horizontal light beam, warning respectively. After several seconds, the beam fire and deal damage instantly. Kill enemy hit by both types of beam. Oh, okay. After being cast once, the skill become enhanced, changing to select 4 enemies. Oh, okay. So it cannot double. We cannot like stack them together. Potential seal. Seal the active use of chief potential for several seconds. Deal screen wide damage, multiple hit damage for several seconds. Expose the core when the skill ends. Okay, so that one, the lot of laser thing is basically an AoE that you cannot dodge. It works like Kokulik exclusive crime brand.
There. It's normal to get scared.
Well, is it time? Time to jump to use the big gun.
So you're in charge this time? Let's make this quick.
Though I seldom take the front lines. But I'm ready anytime.
Okay, I think this one is gonna dangerous. Oh wait, Augustus can put here. Shit. I think this is fine. Is there anything that I can do? Oh wait, I can do this. This way I don't need to worry, right? Zing. Oh no, never mind. Cyclone is still there. Yeah, I don't think I can create a safe spot, so I just have to look out for Cyclone and Augustus.
Rush them all.
He's so quick. Die. Shito, don't need to wait for core break. Die, finish it off. Oh my god, that is so easy. Why am I even struggling? Okay. August is just too OP, wait. Helga steadies her rival, narrows her eye, and locks onto the giant bird circling the sky towards dome. Towards dome. Pushing her ability to the limit, the chaos around her, wind, shouts, the creature's hum falls away. Her world contrasts to the target and the crosshairs, just like a mission years ago. Will this shot lead her down the right path? Is Hypatia truly what's best for the Farlands? So you're choosing again. If Fraser is right this time, this will be another mistake. Think, Helga, if you hadn't pulled the trigger back then. Amid the insidious corrupting whispers, Helga pulls the trigger without hesitation, her mind perfectly clear. The rifle kicks sharply, the bullet cuts through the air and strikes the creature core with little precision. Scream. The creature shrieks in agony as its emerald glow flickers and dies. Its body convulses in midair, flight failing, then it plummets like a severed kite towards the sky's tower's glass dome. Wow. Isn't that kind of like... It's kind of remind me of that one scene in Game of Thrones when Cersei blow up the citadel for some reason. A deafening crash tears through the dome, blowing out a gaping hole. Shards of glass and twisted metal rain down like shrapnel. The creature thrushes once through its mangled wings and issues a final rasping cry. Then it flees through the breach into the distance, leaving only ruin and a hole gripped by silent shock. Every gaze lifts toward the gaping hole in the dome. Faces are frozen in disbelief, unable to process what they've just witnessed. The heavy silence stretched for several long seconds.
Did we win?
We defeated that monster. We defeated Fraser.
The words fall like a stone into still water, sending instant ripples of excitement through the crowd.
We did it! Long live the Alliance! Long live freedom!
Cheers erupt like a broken dam, flooding the hall with joy. Hypatia! Hypatia! The people of the Farlands encircle her, their jubilation a living wave as they carefully guide her forward, avoiding the contamination that clings to her. Hypatia is just so contaminated to the point that she's not even saying anything. In this moment, the girl who brought the hypercube has become the living symbol of hope for a people long in darkness.
Hypatia. She's a true blessing for the Farlands. Calling her our savior wouldn't even be an overstatement. We really can have our own hypercubes. Now we can live.
Her voice fills with relief as she watches Hypatia walks toward the city peace ambassador, towards the path the Farlanders will take into the future.
A victory worth celebrating. It seems we...
Hey, the quote was like kind of like fitting with the occasion. A victory that's worth celebrating. The quote from Sicklin.
Let me see if you're still salvageable.
The girl has never left the dark. Hey? All sense of direction dissolve. Time loses its shape. Only the contamination remains real, accumulating, spreading, its pain a scalpel cutting through the haze. Oh, where am I now? Still in the ruins of the catastrophic tear? Or have I made it back to Fraser? Wait, she's still in the... She hazily recalls following someone back, but her sight holds only flickering shadows and phantom shapes.
Hypatia Campbell, for you to appear now in this state is most regrettable.
Disgraceful wretch! You betrayed the society, defected to this city, and now you betray your city-state and your blood once more!
You conspired with this city, leaked our Aurum Secretum technology, and caused the Ash campaign to collapse at its most crucial hour. Then you fled to White Sands rather than face judgment.
Not sure how I feel about Farlands getting hypercubes. Why not? I mean, like, I always have the impression that Farland is the one being caught in between war of this city and Fraser, or the metropole in a sense, right? They're just kind of like being used by the bigger city-state, in my opinion. So if they can free from Fraser, why not? Unless you see something that I don't.
What would your family think? How would your honorable brother regard you? Where's your sense of responsibility?
They'll try to guilt trip her now.
You have betrayed your lineage and your city-state. You are no longer worthy of the name Campbell.
Stop this! Do you intend to shatter a century of your family's honor with your own hands?
The surrounding phantoms roar, charging and pass straight through her. Familiar accusation. Her mind and body had long grown numb to them. She doesn't let them slow her steps.
I see the blue shiny rock in her hands. Is that the treasure Mom told me about? Does that mean we won't have to keep moving all the time?
That's a hypercube. Yes, we won't have to wander anymore. And don't be so rude. She is a lady of noble birth. A brilliant scholar. She is our savior.
The question whether it will compromise the city in trust. They all reach out their hands toward Hypatia. Hypatia! Hypatia! They chant her name.
Are you all right? Your wounds...
Is this Sena? I think this is Sena. Now she's being buddy-buddy. They try to help her. Helga. Or perhaps they are simply watching her. Under their hopeful gazes, Hypatia finally sees the treasure in her hand. On the wordless token from the Furorians, faint blue crystal fragments have begun to form. A gift from an unshakable past. If I can bring this out, the Farland will be safe. Everything will get better. Then can someone like her, wandering in hell, finally be redeemed? What choice do we have? Razor and the city both look down on us, but we have to pick one. Which side do we go with? I don't give a damn about hypercubes. Armed Secretum warriors and this city are sworn enemies. Those this city mutts. I will kill every last one of them. Who cares if it's Nirvana or Fraser? Money is money, and business is business. You think a hypercube mind fixes everything? Do you even know what the Farlands really lack? What we actually want? The white sand motorcycle roared across the pale dunes. Helga had the wounded girl secured behind her as she raced toward Fraser. That piece of intelligence is solid. If we move now, we can still make it to the opening ceremony. Whatever you're planning, I will be there to say it. The wind screamed past them. As they rode, Helga answered the question the girl had asked when she was pulled from the ruins.
If you want to know what the Farlands are really like, the people here have never had a future. We're used to living under someone else's shadow, following someone else's lead. When the metropoles stood, we obeyed them. After the great city-states fell, we answered to Fraser. We even tried this city once, but they never looked our way twice. I've often wondered myself, where is the future for people like us? Someone suggested an alliance, and against all odds, we built one. I knew nothing about politics or diplomacy, but I thought I could learn. Before I knew it, I became their leader. Once I was a leader, I saw the hard truth. We thought we had choices, but we never did. We don't have this city's hypercubes or Fraser's wealth. When catastrophe hits, all we can do is wait to die, or pray the mighty feel generous enough to help. If any major city-state so much as glances our way, we act like it's the highest honor. We'd walk through fire for them, jump into hell without a second thought. In this world, being worth exploiting became our best bargaining chip. Switching sides turned into a fine art. You're not like us.
You are a Fraser noble, the distinguished Lady Campbell. You are a brilliant researcher at the Luminary Society. You have a safe, comfortable life. You never should have been dragged into life or death matters like ours. Child, if you've been helping us out of guilt, that's already enough. You don't need to stay here. You don't belong here. You are not like us. No, that's not true. Miss Helga, there is no difference between us. In that moment, a sliver of light pierces the endless dark. Hypatia finally sees the way forward. Past the countless illusions that have clouded her sight, she can just discern a narrow, rock path ahead. What choice do we have? Who can give us an answer? Thank you. These are all we can give. We hope they will reach the hands of our loved ones. How dare you side with those wretches from the Farlands, Campbell? Are you going to betray your own city-state, your own social class? Many obstacles remains ahead, and many blessings, but the hypercube in her hands give her the strength to push forward at any cost, and the resolve to complete her mission. And so she begins to run through the illusion. The pain in her neck sharpens, as if urging her onward. Go, hurry, run. With every step, determination swells and courage forges her path. And so she moved through the crowds in reality and the illusion in her heart. At the end of the path, someone stands with a smile, arms open wide to welcome her.
Welcome back, Hypatia. You've achieved a miracle. I always knew you could.
It's a warm, comforting embrace, and for a moment, her pain seems to dissolve. The way she's carried feels, at last, like something she can release. It has always been this way. In her darkest hour, it was Margaret who maneuvered, negotiated, and pulled her from the brink. It was Margaret who took her hand and said, "Trust me, follow me," offering a path when she had none. That embrace is always warm, a calm in the storm, a source of strength when everything else feels painfully uncertain. So now, it is time to do what must be done.
Miss Margaret.
Whoa. The girl holds her mentor tightly, her slender arms wrapped gently as she leans close, her voice a soft whisper against Margaret's ear.
This was your plan all along, wasn't it? From the moment you first approached me, you had it all planned. You intended to use me to push the Farland Alliance away from Fraser and into this city's hands. Am I right?
The cheers of the Farlanders swell around them, but in the small, private space between their bodies, the noise falls away, leaving a stillness that flows like water. The girl retrieves the broken Aurum Sacratum bird from within her garments, swiftly disassembling it to expose the hidden surveillance module. After a moment of silence, the city peace ambassador tightens her grip on her fan and speaks, her voice soft and deliberate.
Isn't this outcome for the best? Look at their lost faces. Consider what they need, what they truly want.
Her gaze shifts to the crowd around them, their cheers ringing like the fervent hymn of worshippers witnessing a divine miracle.
Hypatia, I have my stance, yes. But I promise they will never bring harm to you. You do trust me, don't you?
Hypatia releases her hand and takes a small step back. She gazes at Margaret, at the person who has guided her and remade her. She is such a gentle, radiant, and approachable soul. She can be temperamental, but more often she speaks with a passion for peace that ignites hope in others. It isn't a power or a performance. Hypatia knows this is Margaret's true heart. Now the sadness and confusion in her eyes are equally true. So are her attempts to persuade, to guide. She used Hypatia, yes, but she also cared for her, truly looked after her. That is who Miss Margaret is. No matter the time, the circumstances, whatever means she must employ, she will never abandon her purpose.
Thank you for reaching across the divide between our city-states, for your steadfast and sincere pursuit of peace, for showing us a new way when all paths seemed closed. To someone as weak and stubborn as I am, you kept offering your hand, guiding me earnestly again and again. When I was at my most lost, you were the one who guided me out of the fog. For that, I will always be grateful. But the road ahead is one I must walk myself. Please, let me choose my own path now.
The hypercube in her arms emits a soft glow, lighting her eyes with a newfound determination, a resolve no one has ever seen in her before.
So, where will you go?
She asks softly, as if already knowing there's no turning back. Having rejected guidance, where does your path lead now? Hypatia doesn't answer. Instead, she steps past the peace ambassador of this city and onto the nearby podium. A calm settles over her as her fingers close around the microphone. In that moment, every recent hardship flashes before her eyes.
People of the Farlands, I am Hypatia. This is the the hypercube I retrieved from deep within the catastrophe tear. I am sorry that, on my own, I could only bring back this small amount. Along the way, I have heard your hopes. I have seen the future you dream of. A true mine at BR005. A chance for strength, clarity, and even freedom. I know the answer you are waiting to hear from me. I am sorry, but I cannot give you that certainty.
The crowd slowly quiets. They watch Hypatia, their expressions shifting from celebration to uncertainty, staring at the girl they had just hailed as the Farland's savior.
I come from the Campbell family, a Fraser noble sheltered from hardship. I was sent to conduct aurum secretum research in Furor, yet I failed to protect the Furorians who aided me. I failed to prevent the cruel schemes. I failed to save the lives lost at BR005. I have always been weak, too often blinded when clarity mattered most, unable to make the right choice until it was too late, forced to watch tragedy unfold before me. Even in aurum secretum research, the one thing I excel at, I have no control over how it is used. It may become scars on the bodies of aurum secretum warriors, or weapons turned against others. Even now, after risking everything to enter the heart of the tear, I only returned with this tiny fragment. I cannot promise to find more. I cannot promise to free the Alliance from outside influence. I cannot promise to sustain the Farlands through every storm ahead.
Hypatia's voice wavers with nerves, but she clenches her face and draws a steadying breath, reclaiming her control.
But of all my failures, what I regret most is my fear of standing alone, my need to depend on others, and how easily I let myself be swayed. Because the road ahead seemed too frightening, too bleak, I doubted my own strength. I feared choosing for myself. I desperately sought guidance, and I clung to those who appeared sure of the way, only to be led astray. Fraser or this city? Who is truly sincere? Whose path is right? I do not know. I cannot answer that. And perhaps neither can they. This is where reality differs from scientific research. Every truth in this world is clouded by agendas and interests. There is no pure, reliable answer. Often, we are not so fortunate. We must walk alone, groping through the dark. Yet, I still choose to go on. Because there are people I want to protect. Things I will not abandon. My homeland, my convictions, the love I hold, the trust placed in me, hope. Though I am not yet strong enough, I still wish to use what little knowledge I have to guard them. Even without a guiding light, I will still measure the path ahead with my own steps.
A ripple of unease moved through the hall, and confused murmurs began to rise from the crowd. Are you leaving us, Miss Campbell? On our own, without the backing of any big city-state? We won't make it. Even if we get hypercubes, someone will just take them, and we will be left divided again. Isn't the city peace ambassador pretty kind to us? Why can't the city help us? Please keep watching me, Miss Margaret. Thank you for lighting the way for someone like me, for guiding me to where I stand now. I will not let you down on the road ahead. The girl draws a deep breath, unclaps the Campbell family crest from her chest, and hurls it from the top to the gold palace.
I am not the daughter of Campbell, nor am I the savior of the Farlands. I am just Hypatia, an aurum secretum researcher.
I'm just like everyone here, an ordinary, vulnerable human being.
I cannot lead anyone. Even my utmost effort can only yield something as small as these formless hypercube fragments. But I will keep moving forward. From now on, I will seek out more hope, bear every hardship, and protect our homeland in my own way. I will survive on this land. Perhaps we are not without resources after all, because for those of us who have endured on these lands of famine for so long, stubbornness is our most enduring strength.
I'm here, Julian.
And this homeland we cling to so stubbornly is no dead-end crevice.
So late. I think we are near the end.
You'll see how vast it truly is.
She pauses briefly.
Even after saying all this, standing alone still feels uncertain. Would you walk this road forward with me?
At first, the crowd falls into utter silence. Then a new sound rises. Not cheers or pleas, but scattered voices slowly merging into a chorus of steady, determined commitment.
Then, let us begin our journey. From this day on, my Aurum Secretum research belongs to the people of the Farlands. Together, we will survive on these lands of famine. On the path ahead, we will not be alone. The hypercubes scattered across our homeland are blessings from our loved ones who departed first. They will watch over us as we go forward.
Amid the cheers, Margaret quietly lowers her fan. The Farland Alliance has found its new leader. As an Outland Affairs officer, the priority now is to befriend, not make another enemy.
Walk forward, Hypatia.
She actually became the leader! This is your first step, taken entirely on your own. Hypatia, for president! Oh. Okay, this is the last one, I think. Oh, there's still fight after all the boss battle? I'm surprised, actually.
Time for a vacation?
So Indian Chief doesn't make it. As the artificial monstrosity ravages the tower, injuring all in its path, chaos erupts across Fraser City, this time deep within the Luminary Society itself.
What in the world is happening? Why is something like that buried under our headquarters? Adelaide never said a word about this.
So even Fraser doesn't know Fraser.
It's no good. We can't override the anti-Aurum Secretum device. It's woven with the sorcery of Sophos. Someone must be controlling it. Could it be the Sophos? But why? Weren't they supposed to be with us?
Whoever's behind it, we're the ones who will pay the price. Unauthorized deployment of an artificial weapon, disrupting the Unity Gala, slaughtering the senators? Any one of those is enough to finish us. We need to find the director now. We can't just stand around waiting for this to blow up in our faces.
In the shadows at the lab's depths, a woman in white stands motionless before a containment unit, her gaze fixed on the dark mist swirling inside. Malevolent energy churns within, where a substance resembling a miniature black ring slowly gestates in the gloom. The communicator in her pocket has been ringing urgently for several minutes. She finally touches the button and answers with unhurried calm.
Compose yourselves. I am fully aware of the situation. Everything is proceeding under the Sophos' guidance. The Aurum Secretum warriors, positioned throughout the Gala, have already begun their operation. They will secure us the time and the leverage we need.
The warriors might stop that artificial creature, yes. But that won't clear the Luminaris Society's name. We'll be held accountable.
The Luminaris Society. When did it become little more than a toy Adelaide Candle handed to his sister? An empty title, nothing more. But the wisdom we pursue requires no such facade to conceal it.
Director Cantarella.
Oh.
What are you saying?
Do you recall the man I had you hunt down? He was an enemy of the Sophist, a traitor to reason itself. You eliminated him, truly eliminated him, with your technology and your tactics. Again and again, you cast him back into the oblivion of the Black Ring. Well done. The Sophists have taken note of your service. Now stay where you are and await their arrival.
Wait, is he talking about Russ?
Do not worry. You have been granted passage on the Ark the Sophists have built. When the end comes, you will journey to the sanctuary of pure finality. That is the true reward for those who follow wisdom.
She keeps her voice melodious until the last lie is told, then casually crosses the communicator and discards it into the nearby brush. No longer needing to placate the weightless masses or guide the perpetually lost, she can finally turn away, back to the quiet she has always craved. The Ark has very few seats. Those worthy of crossing the sea were always meant to be rare. For the ordinary, their greatest happiness is to die clinging to their beliefs, free of doubt and fear. She lifts her gaze ahead. At the end of the hallway stands the figure she reveres. Oh, the Sophos. At this moment, the light of wisdom illuminates the hall of luminaries. The director's heart swells as her most sincere smile spreads, and she quickens her pace. She had long been enlightened, long understood. In this apocalyptic world, people are sacrificed as lamb. Fame, power, desire, mere mist. She mocks the masses tumbling in blindness, trapped in a night without dawn. But she knows. Only truth is eternal. Only clarity is precious. Only the Sophos who have pierced the darkness are worthy of being followed. Now they have come for her, chosen her as they once chose Adelaide Campbell. The director's steps quicken, her heart racing with anticipation. Until she sees the Sophos, normally so dignified and composed, shudder violently.
What?
Oh. The underground Sophos hold most sacred in her heart tries to speak, but no sound emerges. Suddenly, the figure pitches forward, crumbling into a formless pool of black water that splatters across the floor. It's still alive! And in that place now stands another figure, one who had suppressed their presence like the dead. He remains so completely undetected that even she failed to sense anything wrong. No, it was that she had refused to believe they shared the same origin. The figure shifts, stepping from the shadows. Beneath the bandages, a face emerges, one she utterly despises, the face she never wanted to see.
Good day, Madam Director. I was hoping to borrow a few materials from your society. Would that be convenient? Or perhaps you'd prefer underground lapdog. Does that suit you better?
How can it be you?
Whoa! One on one?
A bit of theatricality.
How many enemies? There's a lot.
Second nature.
After one-on-one this, give up traitor, you cannot break the vessel of Sophos constructed. Eh? That is really slow. Am I supposed to use it now? Am I supposed to do something with this? Oh crap.
Hold still, my friend. Hold still, my friend.
Oh, somehow it got full very quickly. fuck's sake! I forgot that the one I have to defend is this one.
Seems like we'll have to take a detour.
I was looking at this. Can I just use empower? I think it's much more useful. Maybe I should have hold them back around that area.
Hold still, my friend. Hold still.
Oh, no, wait.
Hold still, my friend.
Good.
Hold still, my friend.
Wait, is this Russ is like Shackle 5 or something? There's some ability that I don't recognize. Whether you call us time before, and this time will be no different. Shut the hell up. Now she's suddenly stronger. Yeah, his attack now stronger.
Hold still, my friend.
Is that Stargazer? Looks like Stargazer. Yeah, come. Come closer. Good.
Hold still, my friend.
There's so many. Hold him. What? Oh, this one can stun apparently. Well shit. I'm being stun locked. Ah crap, I'm being stun locked.
Hold still, my friend.
I didn't know that he can heal actually. Oh. Come closer, everybody in.
Hold still, my friend.
Wait, what about this one? No, that's one survivor. Now we only need Synex to appear to make this perfect. What are your thoughts on Russ so far? I haven't quite trust with... Are you talking about the gameplay or character? Screams of anguish echo through the society, yet only one person emerges from within. With deliberate calm, he answered the communication terminal that has been buzzing incessantly.
Hello? We actually have a signal. The peace stuff certainly didn't waste any time setting up the comms network. Impressive work, really. Don't worry. I'm not quite dead yet. After all, during that interrogation, you told me to cherish this life of mine.
Oh,
so
it is!
Slip death's grasp more than once, just to make it back to this side of existence.
Looking forward for the interrogation.
After all that trouble, would it be too much to ask for praise?
So he is in a cahoot with Chief. Furious shouting erupt from the receiver, and Russ hastily pulls the terminal away, stifling a laugh. Still as blunt as ever, he would know his stun will set him off. But he deserved his thanks too. Clawing back from that mania abyss wouldn't have been possible without that relentless will. See, Hypatia? We are not the only two stubborn souls in the world. With a faint smile, Russ lifts the terminal back to his ear.
Oh my, such temper. I might not dare to come back to report until you've cooled off. Just kidding. I've just come across something unexpected here at the Society, so my plans need to change. I'll be making a detour, and I'm not sure how long it'll take. I trust you'll understand. Besides you, we have another friend who needs this information rather urgently.
He examines the document from the Luminary Society classified archive, retrieval from Furor Blackring ruins. Alongside data on the outbreak core, the Black Boss remains, and hypercube crystallization. The Society had collected physical remnants, debris not wholly consumed by the Black Ring. Among them, Russ recognized familiar objects: a silver iron pendant, a small axe, a fang blade. They are leadership emblems of a West District legendary gang, passed down for 2 generations. He would heard about them more. He only heard about them more than once from a certain friend. Is it Zoya? I mean, like, it makes sense if you are a gang and you kill other gang, you take it for trophy. The residual traces suggest the last owner of the leader's pendant wasn't turned into a corruptor. That young Legion leader simply vanished into the Black Ring. Oh, Horo! For Russ, this is the best news possible and the start of a new mission. So we are going to find for Horo.
Now, before we say goodbye, it's time for the grand finale. Can you tune into the Fraser Evening News right now? Are they showing the Luminar Society in chaos?
I think Zoya gonna come back soon, guys. I think Zoya gonna come back soon.
Excellent. Consider this the latest spy thriller, now showing. My talented apprentice didn't pick a script before leaving, so I'm directing this one as I please. Stealth, assassination, intelligence retrieval, all the essential ingredients are here. What else would you like me to spice it up with?
There is a long silence on the other end of the line, then a reply. I thought every spy thriller had explosion scenes.
As you wish, sir.
He lifts his hand, glances at the live broadcast camera, and casually snaps his fingers. Then... Oh! A thunderous explosion booms behind him, the scorching blast lifting the edges of his coat. Without turning, Russ knows exactly how spectacular the display must look. He flashes a casual smile toward the camera, giving a small, confident salute.
What better way to deliver a fireworks show just for you?
Damn! Nearby, all of Fraser City has descended into chaos. Advanced cross-state broadcast technology faithfully transmits every moment of the Unity Gala to every connected screen, bringing this wave of determination to the entire world. Twilight is shrouded by flames. Wave after wave of shouts from the Farlanders rises, powerful enough to shake the foundation of this ancient city of nobility.
No need for the rendezvous anymore. Our friends from the Farlands are managing quite well on their own. Let's celebrate their victory.
This ship? Evening, September 25, NL115, Fraser City in chaos. Oh, still in Fraser.
Over here!
Under the cover of night, a squad of heavily armed Fraser soldiers infiltrates a luxurious noble estate. A white-armed Secretum bird guides their advance until a sharp crack echoes from the garden, and the creature plummets, shot down mid-flight.
All units, enemy is dug in with heavy weapons, showing strong resistance. Advance in multi-directional formation.
Marcus Drake, by authority of the Senate, you are under arrest on suspicion of war crimes. Lay down your weapons and surrender immediately.
A gunshot answers him.
Prepare for forced entry. Breachers, stand by.
After a deafening explosion, the soldiers storm the study at the end of the corridor. Yeah, just catch the whole senator. The room is choked with dust and smoke. At what was once a lavish aristocratic desk, Marcus sits, glaring at the figure stepping inside. Raphael Herbert, once the most radical voice of the war faction, now standing against his former ally.
Surprised to see me, my friend?
All this time we've been infiltrating this city, and I never thought the real traitor would be right here among us. That you would be the one conspiring with our enemies. Have you finished moving all your assets? Once the tide turns, will you put on another face and come crawling back to us?
Don't mistake me for a man of such petty motives, Marcus. No one wants war. I act for the sake of humanity's peace.
Peace? You? What a joke. Why don't you use the coin you earned betraying this city to buy yourself a coffin?
The moment Marcus reaches into his jacket, Raphael pulls the trigger.
Perimeter of
of the building fully secured, sir.
Good. Withdraw.
After clearing the evidence, staging the scene, and placing the body, Raphael settles into Marcus' chair like a victorious king. He leans back, his gaze fixed on the grand map of Fraser spread across the wall.
Now then, it's time to redraw Fraser's political map. Let's plan this carefully. All of this is for peace.
Why is he saying it like he's a villain though? On the evening of September 25, NF-115, Fraser Senate War Hawk, Marcus Drake was found dead in his mansion. An apparent suicide. Did he actually make it a suicide? How long again until the story ends? I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. I think we're close in the ending. A recovered note suggested he took his own life out of guilt over the Unity Gala failure. 5 days later, his fellow Senator Raphael Herbert was discovered in his garden pool. Shot multiple times, which is suspected to be a covert assassination. These deaths have ignited months of extreme turmoil within Fraser ruling elite. Damn, I thought Raphael going to have like a big role. In a city maximum security cell reserved for the most dangerous criminals, a television plays on loop, broadcasting distant news from the Outlands. Dead? He was dead. Yeah, he's dead immediately.
From this day on, my Aurum Secretum research belongs to the people of the Farlands. Together, we will survive on these lands of famine.
Oh, is this Idolite? The war's lone viewer watches in silence for hours. The speech ends, the broadcast loops, and daylight fades to evening. Only then does the underground famine sage... Oh, so it is confirmed that he is a famine sage. No, Adelaide, eldest son of the Campbell family, finally lowered his gaze. Then he smiled with profound satisfaction.
My dear sister, you have walked farther than I ever
The land of death died. Meanwhile, on the main thoroughfare across the wasteland outside Fraser City, Stroll. Hey, what? Why her face like that? She's what do you call it? Pouting. Margaret leans against the window with one hand, lazily fanning herself with the other, while deliberately ignoring the small black triangle hovering in front of her. Thank you for your service, Ambassador. I will be escorting you back to the city-state for the remainder of your journey.
I have achieved unprecedented diplomatic success, prevented a war, re-established ties with the Farland Alliance. And this is when they see fit to urgently recall their accomplished ambassador? It would seem Edge is less than pleased with the outcome. Did I truly ruffle their feathers that much?
Yes, they find it difficult to believe someone of your caliber failed to persuade the Farlands to relinquish the BR-005 developments right. Worse, you allowed them to discover the hypercube first, thereby genuinely undermining the city monopoly. That's make you so... Oh my, I don't even know. That sounds not good for this city, you know. Like, what? Are you trying to take advantage of Farland also? As a result, even without Fraser interference, we have lost control over pricing while the Farland Alliance has gained significant leverage. Nirvana is deeply displeased and is demanding an explanation.
I suppose that's fair. Still, I despise having to justify myself to them, especially those fools at Nirvana who contribute little beyond dragging everyone down.
You've got it covered up somewhere, manager. The guys against it. You will not need to explain anything to them.
Oh?
Upon your return, the MBCC will immediately assume control of the investigation under the pretext of tracking sinner activity. They will compile and submit the report themselves. Pouty Margaret face. Yeah, she's really cute when she's pouty. Nirvana trusts them implicitly and would not bypass the Bureau to hold you accountable. As for the disciplinary recommendation submitted by the Chief, the rest of H will raise no further objection. This form of disciplinary action will suffice. Is that the reason that we are going to interrogate her? Margaret turns her head, fixing the black triangle in her gaze. Through it, she sees the figure lurking behind. 01. Of course, when he secretly gave her the real missions, that man had already calculated this very outcome. Was this final move out of appreciation for her sacrifices? Or would he not have bothered if she hadn't performed flawlessly while achieving all objectives? No matter, the old fox plan served the peace dove's interest, so she could overlook the details. She returns her attention to the passing wasteland. Let hope stay in the soul that awakened it, and let seeds root where they belong. It's not so bad, after all. One step closer to the world peace she seeks. Yet her fan flutters faster, stirring a cool breeze against her flushed cheek as she fumes with impeccable diplomatic poise. Is there no aircon on the vehicle or what?
Very well. I can't wait to meet this famous chief myself.
She's so cute.
I am most curious to learn what was said to my little Hippa that left such a profound impression. She nearly derailed everything.
Oh? I was under the impression that events unfolded largely according to your design.
Not at all. In my original plan, my little canary was meant to return with me. It is so rare to find a child with such promise. I had no intention of letting a talent like that slip away.
She leans against the window, gazing out at the vast wasteland beyond.
But now, what can be done? She has found her own path forward, spread her wings, and flown toward wider horizons.
That should be everything.
Looking at all this. Once you walk out that door this time, you ain't planning on coming back, are you?
Don't worry. I'll come back once the Luminaris Society is restored. There is still much dialogue to be established between Fraser and the Farlands.
Hey! Hypatia! Helga! Come take a look at my new sand ship! Before I head out this time, I gotta pick someone up. Hypatia, you probably know her. Calls herself Sibylla, a Furorian. The Nirvana merchant caravan was supposed to bring her to Fraser, but when they caught wind of that whole Unity Gala mess, they just dumped her halfway and bolted.
The merchant caravan was supposed to bring her to Fraser? I thought she's with Elvira. Oh, no.
Sibylla?
Sable.
She's safe. That's wonderful.
So she knows Sibylla.
Looks like the trouble in Fraser's gonna keep simmering for a good long while.
Margaret has this possessive tendency looking at her action towards Hypatia. She's become the true mom.
Fine by me. Let them fight it out. Gives us folks in the Farlands a chance to finally catch our damn breath. Oh, we've got so much more on our plates as it is.
Hypatia casts one last look at the place where she grew up, then turns and steps into the morning light. She doesn't look back, striding forward with determined steps. We got so many CG. Oh, this is the same song with Hella. No, they can't stop Hella!
I stared at your photos when I felt alone. I sat in that corner waiting for a call. I danced with your shadow for so many nights. I dream of our future till the morning light. Now memories are fading into something
Oh, that's the
real.
mother.
Like salt on a wound that's
The
never gonna heal.
Furorian.
I'm here in a place that should have been our home, and I'm sinking like a stone. I was there.
Sinex! Jafar. Is it Jafar? Safar, I mean. This world hasn't gotten any better. Disasters are still rampant while conspiracy continue to fester. Even banded together, the weak stumble endlessly every step of their way. But even so, some press on toward the wasteland. That feels like the real ending of the arc. In a distant future, on a peaceful day. It ends and why is hitting on Adelaide? Oh, finally we are back to MBCC. The City Minus Bureau of Crisis Control. Yes, the Foreign Alliance remains to this day a loose and developing organization. However, they have made considerable progress in developing the BR-005 mineral belt, and their arms secretum research is gradually surpassing Fraser's own. Having politically disentangled themselves from Fraser's influence, and with Ambassador Margaret having previously laid a solid diplomatic foundation, Paradisos has determined they are a worthwhile partner for cooperation, specifically in jointly combating catastrophes and balancing hypercube production capacity. The technical delegation dispatched by the Alliance has now arrived in this city, wishing to exchange knowledge with the Ring Research Institute and Nirvana. One of their representatives is a senior who has specifically requested a meeting with the chief of the MBCC. It could be Hypatia? Let's go then. The Farland Alliance delegation has made camp outside the city. Climbing the sand dune, you spot a blonde girl standing at the head of the envoy group. Oh, we finally Chief and Hypatia meet? She wears a common white sand cloak, her appearance weathered by travel. The wind and grit of the Farlands have left their mark on her skin, yet they cannot hide her innate poise. Blonde hair, mismatched eyes, and by the look of her, she seems only a little older than Hela. I mean, Chief already looked at the picture when she's the photo with Hela. Have you two met somewhere before? Yeah, Adelaide saw the picture before. As the thought forms, the young scholar is already walking toward you, her smile as bright as the sun overhead. I think she's gonna introduce her as archivist something. Is it archivist? What do you call it in the interrogation? Oh, this is so pretty, oh my god. With a smile, she extends one hand toward you.
At last we meet, Chief. It's a pleasure. I am Hypatia, an Aurum Secretum researcher with the Farland Alliance.
Target's down.
Oh, wait, what? No, she's not
that.
called like AK archivist something. It's going to be like really good, you know. No, it's all done. No. Maybe why the typo? I didn't realize the typo. No. But it's just now. It's in the distant future. Does it mean that a couple of events after this is gonna be like in between? Or are we going to like a bit of time skip, like a couple of months? inside. I think I'll get everything then. Yeah, cool.
May
The
your
good thing
heart
about
be at
Pigeon
peace
story is
today.
when you think it's over,
Would
it's
you
not
like a
over
cup
yet,
of
and then we have
soothing
to wait for
herbal tea?
another update. Climax over climax, in short. Good arc, hope Nirvana cleans up their game though. Yes. Now, look, wait. Now, so the enemy is still who? Who is the enemy now? It's still only undergrounder, perhaps because now Fraser and Farland is kind of like cooperate with this city in a sense. What I'm glad about is that they make it more interesting each time. Well, something that now from this story that it feels a bit obvious, like our target now, it seems like to try figure it out where Horo is. I think that's where we are leading on. Where Horo is, which is makes sense since it's Horo, so I think it's going to lead to Zoya. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I believe the next anniversary. I think they're gonna keep Zoya until the next anniversary. If they are going through with that. Right. But I don't know why this story feels like the actual ending for the war instead of the Shattered Blade. You know. Let Zoya rise again. the last song, it just feels like an ending, you know. Istia is next though. Was it really? This is the strange part. The thing about Istia, I know that you're probably looking at the CN content, but again, is it when Istia are we actually going there, or we only going to be told a story from what happened there? Because a lot of people, I remember like a lot of people when they see this trailer 3 months ago for the Thorny Roads to Dawn, a lot of people think that Chief actually going to Fraser. But the story is not actually about Chief actually going to Fraser. It's about actually what happened in Fraser. So about the Istia one, are Chief really actually going to Istia, or it's gonna be like a storytelling from the perspective of Istia and then leading where Istia going to have working together with this city. That's my question, because as far as I know, if you're connecting the dot with Duru interrogation, I think Chief mentioned that he can't leave this city because the moment Chief leaves this city is vulnerable, like really vulnerable. so I doubt Chief going to go that far, and I don't think, since Istia is basically outside maybe Chief jurisdiction, I don't see any reason for Chief to go there. Maybe, I don't know. But again, so far, you know, just looking at the pattern from this trailer when it was revealed, everybody is speculating that we are going to Fraser, and we did go to Fraser, but it's not from Chief perspective. It's not Chief that going there, it's from Hypatia. So maybe when Istia also, not necessarily Chief that going there, but just something happened and leading to working together, something. So yeah, it could be. So yeah, who knows? Because apparently, if you're not wrong, I don't know, but because I'm not wrong, before that, the Eternal Nightmare is kind of, I don't know, Istian looking. So maybe the one that's gonna give us reason to go Istia. Maybe it's just speculation in a sense, because I feel like with the latest new CN character, they've been throwing Istia Dim character very often. I mean, the writers did mention that Chief won't be in this main story during the CN live stream. Oh, really? On the CN live stream? Yeah, I think I didn't watch the CN live stream. Yeah. Why did we get live stream for this? Like, why don't we get one? So yeah. So with this also, there's confirmed. Let's try to gather what we learned from this chapter. First of all, I think it's confirmed that Adelaide is the famine sage, because as far as I know, it's not confirmed. I don't think there's any point before this chapter that is confirmed that Adelaide is the famine sage. He just say it's like there is 4 sages, and finally we got confirmation. That's presumably 2 of the sages has been revealed. One is Adelaide, And then the other one is the dead one, which is I forgot her name. Is it Evelyn something from the Honey at Night? Okay, so we already have the dead and famine. I think. No, by the way, the dead one is a speculation, so don't take my word for it. Okay, so we are just here trying to theory crafting or whatever based on the information that we have. So that's the first thing. Secondly, Russ is I think he kind of like absorb. It's not really absorbing Black Ring, but he has like power that relate to Black Ring in a sense. And we know that he one of his powers he died many times from that, which is kind of like explain her game mechanic where he can keep dying as long as he has flash mark, which just makes sense. I really digging it with that kind of thing where the mechanic of the character is really fitting off of the lore in a sense. Evelyn, that Evelyn. Is Russ gonna appear again? I believe he will. I believe he will. Because at the end just now it seems like being suggested that what Russ is the one who found the clue to where Horo is in a sense. Okay, and not to mention like it's probably gonna lead to Zoya. Definitely it's gonna lead to Zoya. Wait, let me drink for a bit. Yeah, so the thing is like what I'm worried like because they announced it's going to be in the distant future, because Path to Nowhere usually have what do you call it, this habit where the timeline of the game is going to be matched with real life timeline. So for example, like if the timeline in the game moving for 3 months, that means the story gonna move for 3 months in a sense. So I'm just scared that they're going to delay the next main story, because like at the end just now it says in the distant future. So I hope they're still sticking with the usual 3 months. Not really the usual. They seems to commit to 3 months main story in between. One main story every 3 months. So yeah, just hopefully that we are going to get more main story. Okay, before that, before closing, I'm just gonna close it. Is there anything you guys notice that you probably have a theory about what's going to happen, or something that I don't notice or I don't mention? Wait, does it mean that Hypatia gonna meet Hela soon? Oh, I'm looking for. If you think about it, Hypatia and Hela, now Hypatia is like wearing white and Hela is wearing black. It's kind of like make a very nice what do you call it? Not matchmaking, like in a dynamic in a hell in a sense. I don't notice anything aside from you are so blinded by this, right? I'm a bit surprised though about the hypercube one. I already have a feeling that again at the end of the day it seems like you can see from both sides. Fraser and DCT can be. Fraser is, for me, Fraser is a complete villain. I just don't see it anything good in Fraser in a sense, because we don't really see from Fraser perspective. The only representative from Fraser or from Outland or Metropole that actually good one, maybe you can consider Hypatia, or you can consider Hilda, maybe, I don't know, but DCT is kind of like gray, because if we're looking at Chief side, then we are going to cheer for DCT, and then suddenly we realize that the one that have more power is Paradisos, and from the fact that Paradisos actually trying to monopolize the the BR005, it just made me like, oh god damn it, I almost have hope that DCT is the actual protagonist, but at the end of the day, like when it comes to politics and everything is just gray. It makes it like sounds like this city is just very greedy, you know. Hypa the sun and Hela the moon kind of thing. True. That's really good analogy. I will happily cheer for Paradises. I think you're just going to cheer for who's that? Shroll. They're humanity's best hope. Technically, yes, but sometimes when I see Paradisos, I just don't agree with what they do. You know, sometimes I feel like they inhuman, in a sense. Yeah, not perfect. Sometimes I just don't agree. Right. I to put it simply, like, technically the city has their own sins. You know, with the Discord, everything slaughtering the Farland, you know, during the Drafin era, you know. And maybe, you know, they are sending researchers to DC, yeah. So I'm just waiting for H01 to be playable. Will he ever be playable? I'm curious. Because will he ever be? I'm not sure. I would love to see Bernadette again, to be honest. Bernadette, the auntie. What is the name of the last enemy, by the way? It looks like Garuda or Carbuncle. The design is actually looks really cool. Russ. Oh, this one, Artificial Divinity. The most perfect form of artificial being, built from underground puppets and aurum sacratum technology. Many levels, survivability, move ship. He cannot move. Right. So actually, also it confirmed that I feels like who make that statement. I think it was Orde yesterday. That I think Russ going to be the interrogation of Russ gonna be like a prequel of this story, which is makes sense. Seems like Russ know Chief already. Is the pick test spot not released yet? Okay, cool. I think I have some time to rest. Okay, all right. I'm gonna close it here. Thank you all for joining. Always the time for main story is always fun. Thank you all for joining for despite of like it's weekend. Okay, looking forward with the continuation of the story. I think the next one should be the collab. Hopefully they don't, how to put it, cut corner in a sense with the collab. I'm expecting it has its own story. Hopefully it's not just some retold of the actual cat eye. But from my heart, I think who's that still that robber. Well, Priscilla and Tetra will be there too. So maybe, yeah, looking forward to it. He does have a story. Cool. I'm glad. Hopefully with voice acting too. I think, yeah, hopefully with voice acting too. And I don't surprise if like the voice acting gonna be in Japanese only, to be honest, because it's like an anime. But if they actually voice it even in English, that's gonna be surprise me. So yeah. Okay, thank you all for coming. Looking forward for the next one. Yeah. Also a heads up, because like it's near like fasting month, so most likely I'm going to less active with the guides and everything, just letting you know. So yeah, there will not be guide for Russ and Margaret because it's near fasting month, so I want to focus. But the archiving, the interrogation, I will do my best to put it out quickly. Yeah. Okay, again, for the last time, thank you all for coming. I will see you on the next event. Till then, please take care and have a good night. Bye bye.